feet beneath the sea here.
And look at that. Sea tulips. They do not grow above 200 feet.
$1 million, Mr. Bond. You were wondering what it cost.
As a matter of fact, I was.
Forgive my not shaking hands. It becomes a bit awkward with these, a misfortune. You were admiring my aquarium.
Yes. It's quite impressive.
A unique feat of engineering, if I may say so. I designed it myself. The glass is convex, 10 inches thick, which accounts for the magnifying effect.
Minnows pretending they're whales. Just like you on this island, Dr. No.
It depends, Mr. Bond, on which side of the glass you are. A medium dry martini, lemon peel, shaken, not stirred.
Vodka?
Of course.
Take it easy, 07. My escape route's only for one. What are you after? The girl or the lector?
All right. What is your plan?
Explain it better on a map. All right? Now, we're here, you see? When we reach there, there's a steep gradient. The train slows down there.
We'll block the line, make for that main road, pick up a car there. A truck, in fact.
And that must be about 20 miles from here.
Mr. Bond?
Yes?
This is Mr. Goldfinger. How do you do?
How do you do?
You can go straight off. The first tee is clear.
Fine.
I'll get Hawker to caddy for you, Mr. Bond.
Well, that'll be splendid. Shall we make it a shilling a hole?
Mm-hmm. I'll take some teas. Yes, of course.
Oh, you must excuse our job, Mr. Bond. He's an admirable manservant, but mute. He's not a very good caddy. Golf is not yet the national game of Korea, eh? This meeting is not a coincidence, eh? What's your game, Mr. Bond?
My game?
You didn't come here to play golf. The 1940 smelt from the Wegener foundry at Essen.
Part of a smelt of 600.
They vanished in 1944.
When the Nazis were on the run.
And you have access to more?
Yes, from the same source.
Interesting. 2 holes to go.
Yes, and all square.
Then you have no objection to increasing the stakes?
No. What do you have in mind?
The bar of gold you have with you, naturally.
It's worth 5,000 pounds.
Oh, I'll stake the cash equivalent.
Naturally.
Strict rules of golf?
But of course.
$200.
200 livres banco.
Correct. Banco.
Banco seul.
Carte.
Carte.
Eight.
8 à la banque.
Someone has to lose.
Yes, I thought I saw a specter at your shoulder.
What do you mean?
The specter of defeat. That your luck was due to change.
We'll soon find out. Any objection to raise the limit? 500 pounds, shall we say?
Too big for me.
Count me out, too. Perhaps you'd like to take the shoe. My friend won't mind. Mr.
Bond.
Oh, yes. Mr. Bond. One of my associates spoke about you.
Nothing bad, I hope.
Un banco de 500 livres.
Ah, it's your spectre against mine, huh?
Le banco est fait.
You wish to put the evil eye on me, huh? We have a way to deal with that where I come from.
Well, you may hex me. Let's see what it does for the cards.
No.
Non,
7.
7 à la pointe.
6.
We now have T minus 7 minutes and counting.
You made a mistake, my friend. No astronaut would enter the capsule carrying his air conditioner. Remove his helmet. James Bond. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ernst Stavro Blofeld. They told me you were assassinated in Hong Kong.
Yes, this is my second life.
You only live twice, Mr. Bond.
Target vehicle passing over central Russia. Approaching Mongolia. Track is as predicted. All computer
As you
time
see,
staff-
I am about to inaugurate a little war. In a matter of hours, when America and Russia have annihilated each other, we shall see a new power dominating the world.
Merry Christmas, 007.
I'm Sir Hilary Bray.
Oh, no, Mr. Bond. Respectable baronets from the College of Heralds do not seduce female patients in clinics. On the other hand, they do get their professional details right. The Beauchamp tombs are not in the Augsburg Cathedral, as you said, but in the St. Anna Kirche. Sir Hilary Bray would have known. A small slip. Takes more than a few props to turn 007 into a herald.
Take more than cutting off your earlobes, Blofeld, to turn you into a count.
I may yet surprise you, but I'm afraid that you have no surprises left for me. I know all about your mission, Mr. Bond. Your colleague, such a keen climber, such a brilliant conversationalist, before he left us.
You realize he reported where I am?
I doubt that. In any case, no one's going to come to your rescue. In a few hours, the United Nations will receive my Yuletide greetings. The information that I now possess the scientific means to control or to destroy the economy of the whole world.
Good evening, Mr. Bond.
Blofeld.
Good evening, 007. Double jeopardy, Mr. Bond. You killed my only other double, I'm afraid. After his death, volunteers were, understandably, rather scarce. Such a pity. All that time and expense, simply to provide you with one mock heroic moment.
Willard White speaking. Yes, Governor, I got your message. No, I'm afraid a personal appearance is quite out of the question. I'll send a deposition to the committee. Thank you, Governor.
Well, that's a neat trick.
A voice box, Mr. Bond. Science was never my strong suit, but the principle's easy enough. Someone's voice patterns and resonance stored in a small oral signature tape. A miniature transistorized version is installed in his neck. Or is it his neck? I never can remember.
In anger, I'll tell him when I see him.
You ain't gonna see the sunlight unless you answer me.
I had no idea you were so frightened of him.
Did you touch her?
When I see Kananga.
Right.
Quite revealing. Kananga, poppy grower in thousands of acres of well-camouflaged fields protected by the voodoo threat of Baron Sandy. And as Mr. Big, distributor and wholesaler through a chain of Filioso restaurants.
Wholesale? Sell heroin for money?
My apologies, I'm sure you simply give it away.
Excellent, Mr. Parker.
Darling, I left it in your handbag.
It must be in here somewhere, dear. I saw the man in the shop give it to you. Without the ticket, we can't get a receipt for customs.
You won't find it in there, Mr. Bond. I looked before you came. I wouldn't do that either. Look behind you. Lower.
A gun in a bag of peanuts. How original. What will they think of next?
My name is Scaramanga. Francisco Scaramanga. I feel I know you, although I never thought we should ever really meet. It's a very great pleasure for me, Mr. Bond, thanks to Miss Anders.
You've a strange way of showing your gratitude.
A mistress cannot serve two masters. A difficult shot, but most gratifying.
The world beneath the sea.
Well, you seem to be well equipped to repair that oversight, Mr. Stromberg. My name is Sterling, Robert Sterling. It's very kind of you to receive me.
Not at all. It's always a pleasure to welcome someone with a mutual interest.
An extraordinary number of rare species.
You recognize that variety, of course.
Of course. Pterois volitans. Other fish avoid it. Those dorsal spines are laden with venom. Handsome but deadly.
I see you know your subject, Mr. Sterling.
One tries. You have a remarkable establishment here, Mr. Stromberg.
I'm somewhat of a recluse. I wish to conduct my life on my own terms and in surroundings with which I can identify. That is a privilege of wealth.
Don't you miss the outside world?
For me, this is all the world. There's beauty, there's ugliness, and there is death.
Your reputation precedes you, of course. I'm honored that your government should send you on so delicate a mission.
Delicate, Mr. Drax?
Well, to apologize in person for the loss of my space shuttle. How would Oscar Wilde have put it? To lose one aircraft may be regarded as a misfortune. To lose two seems like carelessness.
Well, an apology will be made to the American government, Mr. Drax, when we've discovered why there was no trace of the Moonraker in that wreckage.
And your loyalty commands respect, Mr. Bond. You have arrived at a propitious moment, coincident with your country's one indisputable contribution to Western civilization. Afternoon tea. May I press you to a cucumber sandwich?
Thank you, no, nothing at all. The shuttle, is it made entirely here in California?
No, I own a number of subsidiaries throughout the world producing components. The conquest of space represents an investment in the future of the entire human race, Mr. Bond. It is therefore logical to seek out the best that each nation has to offer.
How can I help?
You know this man?
Oh, yes. Locke, Colombo's right hand.
Milos Colombo. His name came up in connection with the smuggling operation last year.
That's the least of his offenses. Drugs, white slavery, contract murder. In the Greek underworld, he is known as the Dove. A very sick joke.
Where is this Dove?
Somewhere in Greece, I would guess. Once we were like brothers. Now he hates me. We fought together in the Greek resistance and against the communists. After that, he took a different path.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Mestatus.
My pleasure. I leave for Corfu soon. If I get any more information, I will call Ferrara.
Well, I would have taken that double myself.
Then why don't you take over the Major's position? Mr.
Bond. James Bond. Thank you, I'd be delighted.
100,000 rupees, then. 666. It was not such a good double to accept after all, was it?
Double.
Of course. You can only win with a double six. The stake is 200,000 rupees. Do you have the cash?
Well, I think that this should be ample security. Don't you?
Play, Mr. Bond.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Mr. Zorin, it's a great pleasure.
Carl, one of the grooms asked if you go to the stables.
Up there. I must congratulate you, Mr. Zorin. Your stables are magnificent.
Built in the 16th century by a duke who believed he'd be reincarnated as a horse. Have you been interested in thoroughbreds long?
Oh, no. As a matter of fact, I had a rather dotty old aunt die and leave me some stables, so I thought it might be rather fun to breed and raise horses. I take it you ride.
I'm happiest in the saddle.
A fellow sportsman. What about fishing? Fly casting?
I'm neglecting my other guests. Enjoy yourself. You'll find the young lady stimulating company.
Black coffee for our guest. She has so many talents.
I'm curious. Why didn't you kill me?
Oh, I'm not a barbarian, James. I'm taking you to the proper Soviet authorities for the killing of General Pushkin.
You don't wonder, Yogi. You get me to kill Pushkin for you. And you turn me into the Russians for his murder. What are you going to ask for? Immunity? Permission to emigrate and enjoy the amenities of the West? You don't honestly think they'll condone your defection, do you?
What defection? I've been on a secret mission for General Pushkin to disinform British intelligence.
Start ringing.
James Bond.
Sit. Please.
We need your help. Bless your hearts.
Well-traveled man. You did all right at the tables tonight.
I had the feeling my luck was about to change.
Well, it's a wise gambler who knows when his luck is run out. Why this?
In my business, you prepare for the unexpected.
And what business is that?
I help people with problems.
Problem solver.
I'm more of a problem eliminator.
Hello, James. Alec?
Back from the dead. No longer just an anonymous star on the memorial wall at MI6. What's the matter, James? No glib remark? No pithy comeback?
Why?
Hilarious question. Particularly from you. Did you ever ask why? Why we toppled all those dictators, undermined all those regimes? Only to come home. Well done, good job, but sorry, old boy. Everything you risked your life and limb for has changed.
It was the job we were chosen for.
Of course you'd say that. James Bond, Her Majesty's loyal terrier, defender of the so-called faith.
This is James Bond.
I didn't realize you knew each other.
Oh, we're old friends.
Casual acquaintances. He dated my roommate in Zurich.
I'm thinking of getting Wei Lin behind a news desk.
That's wonderful. I'm sure she won't resist too much.
Tell me, Elliot, I was just wondering about your satellites, the way you've positioned yourself globally.
Are they merely tools for information, Mr. Bond?
Or disinformation. Say if you wanted to manipulate the course of governments, or people, or even a ship.
That's very interesting, Mr. Bond. You have a vivid imagination for a banker. Perhaps I should commission you to write a novel.
Oh, heavens no, I'd be lost at sea. Adrift.
suspecting Davidoff? He caught a bullet instead of the plane. Get off. Keep your mouth shut.
You can't kill me. I'm already dead.
Yeah. Not dead enough for me.
You could show a little gratitude. I did spare your life at the banker's office. But that's right. I couldn't kill you. You were working for me. You delivered the money, killed King, and now you brought me the plane.
What's your plan for the bomb?
You first. Or could it be you don't have a plan?
That bomb will never leave this room.
Neither will you.
And Mr. Bond. James Bond.
Have we met before?
Oh, I think I'd remember.
Of course you would. My mistake. Are you a gambling man, Mr. Bond?
If the stakes are right.
1,000 a point too much for you? Care to place a bet, Verity?
No, thanks. I don't like cockfights.
Shall we?
Excuse me.
Best of 3 hits.
Positions. Ready. Play.
On out.
Hit. Positions. Play. Hit.
2-0. Do you want to continue?
You want to up the wager?
How much can you afford?
Let's play for this. I picked it up in Cuba. I believe it's one of yours.
My. They do get around. Then diamonds are for everyone. Brilliant specimen. Completely flawless.
And chemically identical to African conflict diamonds.
Then you're about to lose something very precious.
Positions. Ready. Play.
Hug out.
Oh, dear. You want to continue?
4 players. It's your bet. Check. Check. Bet 50,000. Call. Fold. Fold. Heads up. Monsieur Le Chiffre. Bet 100,000.
Weren't you supposed to enter so the others could see you?
Was I?
Forgive me.
Good luck, darling.
It's up to you, Monsieur Bond. Monsieur Bond?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the bet? 100,000?
Well, careful with this one. She won't go to bed with you unless you give her something she really wants. It's a shame because she's really quite stunning once you get her on her back.
I wish I could say the feeling was mutual.
I'm sorry, Mr. Green, but we have to go.
Please, my friends call me Dominique.
I'm sure they do.
How much do you know about Bond, Camille? Because he's rather a tragic case. His MI6 says he's difficult to control. Nice way of saying that everything he touches seems to wither and die.
Hello, James.
Welcome. Do you like the island? My grandmother had an island. Nothing to boast of. We could walk around it in an hour. But still, it was a paradise for us. One summer, we went for a visit and discovered the place had been infested with rats. They'd come on a fishing boat and gorged themselves on coconut. So how do you get rats off an island? My grandmother showed me. We buried an oil drum and hinged the lid. Then we wired coconut to the lid as bait, and the rats would come for the coconut, and boing, 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 they would fall into the drum. And after a month, you've trapped all the rats. But what did you do then? Throw the drum into the ocean? Burn it? No. You just leave it. And they begin to get hungry. And one by one, they start eating each other until there are only two left, the two survivors. And then what? Do you kill them? No. You take them and release them into the trees. But now they don't eat coconut anymore. Now they only eat rat.
What is this place?
Information. Information is all. Is it not? For example, you must know by now that the 00 program is officially dead. Which leads me to speculate exactly why you came. So, James, why did you come?
I came here to kill you.
And I thought you came here to die.
Well, it's all a matter of perspective.
Speaking of perspective. Looks like you're all alone.
Not much more than a voyeur, are you? Too scared to join in?
I don't think you quite understand.
Oh, I think I do. You set cities on fire and watch innocent people burn, so you can convince governments to join an intelligence network you paid for. Not that complicated. I'm guessing our little friend C, he's one of your disciples.
You could say that.
What does he get out of it?
Nothing. He's a visionary like me.
Visionaries. Psychiatric wards are full of them.
Whereas you couldn't see what's right in front of you. You came across me so many times, and yet you never saw me. Le Chiffre, Green, Silva.
All dead.
That's right. A nice pattern developed. You interfered in my world, I destroyed yours.
James Bond. History of violence. License to kill. Vendetta with Ernst Blofeld in love with Madeleine Swan. I could be speaking to my own reflection.
We've made slightly different choices.
No. We've just developed different methods for the same goal. Only your skills die with your body. Mine will survive long after I'm gone. And life is all about leaving something behind. Isn't it? Doesn't have to be ugly. You leave my baby alone, I leave yours. What do you think?
I think you're right.
Thank you.
I think we are the same. We both know what it feels like to have everything taken from us before we're even in the fight. It would have been nice to have a chance, don't you think? Just, you all should get a chance. But this thing that you're building, it puts everyone, the whole world on a battlefield. Nobody gets a chance.
The thing that no one wants to admit is that most people want things to happen to them. We tell each other lies about the fight for free will and independence, but we don't really want that. We want to be told how to live. and then die when we are not looking. People want oblivion, and a few of us are born to build it for them. So here I am, their invisible god, sneaking under their skin.
You know that history isn't kind to those who play God.